Hey everyone! This is part 2 of my Tate Modern performance experience, which was called Our Labyrinth, and it's by Lee Mingwei. I've made part 1 to let you guys know about my performance experience and how it went, and I also talked about how you guys felt about the performance by the messages and reflections I had with you afterwards. And I promised I'd make the second part of it about how I prepared for that performance. So here it is. Today I'll be talking about how my mindful movement practice helped me and supported me throughout this journey, but also little tips and tricks about how you can prepare yourself for a performance, whether it being like in dance or theater or music, or maybe it's like a speech or a presentation you have to do at work. These are little mindful tips from me to you. I hope you enjoy. So first of all, I want to talk about my mindful movement practice. This is something I practice myself and I also teach. I teach online, which means I have students from all over the world. And it's such a joy for me to bring people together and practice mindfulness through movement. So mindful movement is about feeling your body and practicing being present, practicing being aware of yourself, of the environment, of other people in space through your body. Because our body stores a lot of emotions, a lot of memories. So if you feel like you're restricted, if you feel you have tension, these are always indications of something else happening underneath. There's so much we can learn through our bodies, and there's so much information we can unpack through it. So having a regular practice of mindfulness through the body really helps with making sense with everything that's going on in the world, including in your own body. Mindful movement helped me in arriving to my body every day, and it helped me connect with how I'm feeling, with sensations that emerge in my body, and it also helped me connect with the other bodies in space, with the visitors, with my fellow dancers, and with people who came and their energy. In my regular practice, I also meditate. And I was one of these people that found meditation really, really overwhelming at first. So I was trying to find out a way of not being, irritated that I had to stay still and focus on my breath and focus on my thoughts and letting go of things. There was so much that it was said that I needed to do in order to meditate correctly or efficiently. And I didn't know quite how to do that. So I started little by little. And in my meditation process, if I don't feel that I need to be still, I don't. I allow myself to express through gentle movement, even if it's just a slight tilt of the head or a more expanded breathing. Even so, if it's done with attention and awareness, it's very, very valuable for the process. So I would say about maybe 5 minutes of meditation each day, just as a way to reflect on how I'm feeling and as a way of processing all the information that I was absorbing throughout the performance time. It was very, very precious for me. And the other thing that I did, which was a mindful habit or a meditative, you could say, experience, was walking mindfully. So having this awareness of where I am, where I'm going towards, what is happening around me when I'm walking, rather than like looking at my phone or listening to music or, I love people's watching, so I try to explore the buildings. I try to become aware of sounds and colors of things that appeared around me. So this was another process that helped me really arrive to my body and arrive where I needed to be emotionally and physically and mentally. Now that I mentioned the physical preparation, in my routine, I had an hour's practice of yoga every day, and that was around the evening. And I followed a stretching flow rather than building strength, because I also did Pilates every day during the morning to build up some strength and stamina, because the performance was quite long durational, as you may have seen. So I did Pilates in the morning, and then I did my yoga practice in the evening, so that I allow my body to expand a bit in space and to have some space within the body, really. And another thing that I did, which I love doing, and sometimes I pick it up and sometimes I forget about it and I feel that something is missing from my practice, is journaling. So I found the time to reflect on my thoughts and actually write them down. And sometimes I work with planners, and because I couldn't find one that reflected what I wanted to do or like what my schedule looks like as a freelance artist, I designed my own, and that is available on my Etsy shop. I will link it down below because it's a mindful working planner, and it gives you some time to reflect on your own mindfulness practice or your own way of living a calm and stress-free life. So that's helped me a lot with really organizing my thoughts and seeing what's going on in my head and having the time to really unpack my emotions and sensations. And the final way of preparing for that really, really amazing performance was something that sadly I don't feel I regularly do, or like I don't allow myself to do. And I'm sharing with you this like tip or way of working because I hope that you get inspired from that and you give yourself permission to do that. So what I did was I allowed myself to be fully immersed in this world and work. And this means that I allowed myself the time and space to be in it. I wasn't thinking about what's next. I wasn't thinking about what I could be doing more, what is missing, where else can I, expand myself towards. I was just fully focused. I gave all my attention and my energy to this work. And I feel that was the best thing and the best practice for the time being. Because time now is our most precious commodity. And I felt that I had the luxury of time at that point. And I wanted to completely utilize that moment. So hopefully with this last tip, especially with this last tip, you will find some areas in your life where you feel you should be giving more attention to. And that includes yourself as well. It is time to bring the focus back to the body, and I would be more than happy to take you on that journey. If you want to be part of my mindful movement community, or if you want to join our classes, find out more about it, I'm more than happy to help. The link to my website and my classes and my social media is in the description below. Part 1 of my experience performing at Tate Modern is on the channel, so you can go watch that now if you haven't done so already. And I will see you next time.